All right. Yes, we're finally here, guys. How you doing? I am your host today, Coach Johnny, and welcome to Blessed Beyond Money podcast, where faith meets freedom, and then abundance is what your lifestyle will become. So today we're actually going to talk about a few things. Now, you all know that this is episode one, so I got to kind of mold you guys into what we're really going to be talking about throughout these podcast episodes and how I just want to show you that living an abundance life is in your DNA. It's already coded to you and who you are, right? The blueprint is right here. So later on, we're going to go into there and I'm going to show you that the blueprint is there. As for now, I just want you to know that money should be the last thing, right? Once you align yourself with everything else that you got going on in life, once you figure out your passion, once you convert your passion into your purpose and it aligns with it all, money's going to be the last thing on your mind. Anybody can be wealthy. Anybody can be filthy rich, right? Anybody can make $1 million a year. It's so simple. You know, I love to say money is everywhere, and it is everywhere because throughout these episodes, these series of podcasts I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to teach you multiple ways in there. I mean, the whole thing is not based on how to make money. It's based on how to connect deeper with the creator of everything, right? So I'm going to actually show you little bits of multiple streams of income that I personally have that I'm going to share with you guys that you guys can use to set yourself financially free, right? Because honestly, right now we live in an era where a lot of people are still in survival mode, right? They're just surviving the day. Like they get up and they're like, what am I gonna do today? How am I gonna take care of this today? You know, and for the ones that like go to work 40 hours a week, yeah, sometimes that paycheck ain't even enough. Me personally, from my experience, I used to work and look at this money and be like, it's not even mine, right? Like it didn't even belong to me. Like, our paycheck don't belong to us. And it's sad because we really trade the most valuable thing that God gave us, our time, right? Our time is what people want more of and can't have, waste without thinking, and just regret everything that they did, right? So we have something that we cannot get back, which is time, and we trade that for money. Um, which is sad for some point. You know, it's definitely sad because I see a lot of people with so much potential. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see people all the time that I talk to them, and I'm like, bro, you have so much potential to easily make $1 million a year, but you're trying to impress the world and not make an impact, right? So once you make an impact in the world, you can actually receive that abundant life that was given to you. Like you were given an abundant life. So Blessed Beyond Money is basically about that. Basically about showing you that sometimes there's bigger and better blessings than those bills in your pocket. Okay? And we're gonna discover that. We're gonna dive deep and we're gonna unfold everything that you need to know to connect with the highest source to get that higher income. That's simple. All right. I remember those days. I used to work, look at my check, and be like, okay, I have to take this much to pay the light. I have to take this much, pay the gas. I have to take this much, pay the rent. I have to take this much, pay the car note. And to be honest with you guys, it wasn't even to keep my bills on zero. It was to keep my bills on. That's it. Like many years I went through with just having the bills barely getting cut off. To be honest with you, but I used to bust my butt. I used to move 1,000 miles per hour. I used to hustle, become the best at any job I've ever had. I would level up super fast because I would wanted money to take care of my bills. So that bills then became to someone else. I used to work to give the money to someone else, but at the end of the day, that's the survival mode we're in. That's the rat wheel we're in, the cycle we're in. Right? We go out there, we wake up early, we go to work, we clock in, we let somebody tell us when we can work, how we can work, how many hours we can work, and how much we're worth, which is horrible. And then here's the thing. Once you get paid, you see your gross and you see your net. And for some reason, when you see your net, you start feeling gross about getting up every day and going to work because you're not even getting to enjoy this money, right? But listen, I want you guys to understand and know that I took some copious notes. I want to stay focused because you let me ramble. I will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But that's what the podcast is all about, right? It's about getting out there and talking to you guys and just getting you guys closer to who you are. I want you to find out who you are, okay? Because the main thing is how is God gonna find you with that packaged up blessing and abundance He has for you if you don't even know who you are, your identity? He's not going to be able to find you, right? He's not going to be able to go through everything and look for you like, all right, where's Suzanne? Okay, I know that was Suzanne. Where's John? I think that's John. Like, how is he supposed to find you if you don't even know who you are, right? A lot of people out here, they see an image of someone else and they're like, man, that guy's making 100 grand. I want to make 100 grand just like he's making 100 grand. The only problem is that you, my friend, probably are at a level that you're supposed to be making more than 100 grand. Maybe that person, their ceiling is 100 grand cap, but your ceiling is exceeded that. But you're never going to find your ceiling if you're looking to the expectations of this person that's here at 100 grand, and you think that you got to do what they're doing to make 100 grand, not knowing that over here is who you are, and you're supposed to be making $1 million a year. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. I used to be there. And I'm saying this because I used to be there. My income was capped. Excuse me, my income was capped because all I thought about was, well, if they're doing it, I can do it. Which is true. If someone's doing it, you can do it. But guess what? Records get broken. They're making 100 grand, I think I can make 200 grand. If they're making 500,000, I think I can make $1 million. Records get broken. The thing about it is that people look and be like, oh, they're making $1,000. I want to make $1,000 just like David. And the bad part about it is that most money that's being made today in this world is fast money, and fast money don't last. Fast money don't last. Blessed money don't last. Great, ungrateful money don't last. Right? You know what does last? What you're grateful for. What you're grateful for. I have a business that pays me $1 a day. $1 a day. And people be like, $1 is not a lot, Johnny. Well, guess what? $1 a day adds up, and that's one source of income that I got going directly to my bank account. That it's on autopilot and I have to do nothing with it, right? Well, once you set up a mining account, you start mining, and you get to a point in your mining software where you're making $1 a day, you don't got to do nothing with it. Just let it stack up. One source of income, but it's $1. And guess what? I am grateful for that dollar. So grateful for that dollar. Every day I look forward to. I think that's my favorite number out of all the numbers I see on a daily basis. My favorite number is that dollar that I get in the morning. That dollar that I wake up to is my favorite number on top of everything else that we get, right? And that's the way it be. Huh? Yeah, 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 yeah. I think the keys are upstairs. Oh no, wait, they're right here. They're right here. I don't know. Go for it. My son, he's a reseller. He resells like things, you know what I'm saying, cologne, stuff like that, clothes. He's a hustler just like his daddy, right? Right. He's gonna go meet up with somebody to sell something and then go meet up with his friends. Anyways, I'm not even gonna stop or cut that scene out. You know why? Because this is live. We're real people, we're real humans. Okay? And like I said, that dollar makes me excited. And I sit here and I'm like, imagine telling someone ungrateful about life just wants the end product, wants the finished product, right? Wants the shade from the tree, but doesn't want to plant the seed, right? Wants their tree to bear fruit, but doesn't want to water the seed, right? Those people are the ones that I talk about. Hey, listen, you could start mining and getting $1 a day, and they'll be like, $1? What's $1? It's like, oh, I don't want $1. Like, see, because that's their mindset. That's their mindset. Their mindset is messed up. That's the reason I wrote Blessed Beyond Money as he thinks it will happen, which that book, that is my top selling book, 5 stars across the board. Matter of fact, I'll leave a link down at the bottom somewhere here so you guys can purchase that book, read it, and start breaking those barriers of bad beliefs that you have when it comes to everything in life, right? So that book teaches you not only how to connect to the higher source, but also understand that your impact will put more zeros in your income. Your impact will put more zeros in your income. But I wrote that book because people need to get rewired. Yeah, I understand we live with generational curse. I do, right? We grew up in families where nobody wanted to try on the backseat. Nobody wanted to take that first step of 1,000 miles, right? You ever heard that saying? You know, 1,000 miles starts with that first step. Nobody wanted to take that step, right? Me personally, I come from a generation, or I come from a family, a bloodline where everything had to be the same. You couldn't think different. I'm the black sheep of the family, of my direct family, right? I'm the black sheep. And I always thought different from everybody else, but they were so comfortable with just what they had in working or collecting from the state or SSI, whatever it was that they were getting. You know, they were comfortable with us standing at the wick line to get the cheese, the milk, the pork in a can, right? We used to get all that craziness, right? They were comfortable with us going all hours a day and standing in line in a soup kitchen. They were comfortable with that lifestyle, right? They were comfortable moving from housing complex to shelter to projects to shelter, but I wasn't. So I used to always think different, right? And I was that person that don't try it because everyone in your family wants to tell you, I told you so. You know why? And they want to say, I told you so because they'll never dare to put on those shoes and tie those laces to take that walk of faith for your abundance and freedom. Those people don't know what financial freedom is because they never dare to look down that alley, right? And a lot of us get stuck listening to that and we grow up with that generational curse and our minds just go to a place where we're scared to try things. And not only are we scared, we develop that word that people say, oh, this is a scam, that's a scam, because it might not have worked out for them, then it's a scam. But heck, guess what? Everyone has a different work ethics. You will not outwork me. I am unstoppable. I am blessed. I am grateful. I am a go-getter. And when I set my mind to something, I am a winner. And that's how you should be thinking and you should be talking, right? If you wake up in the morning and you hold yesterday's regrets, right? And you have tomorrow's worries, you're dragging a bag of bricks. You're dragging a bag of bricks, right? The next thing is people are scared of cost. Like, oh, I have to invest in this. Oh, it's going to cost. Listen, before I started making that dollar a day through the mining, I had to buy the software. Did I know that it was going to work out for me? Absolutely not. Did I know I was getting a dollar a day? Yes, I did. But I had to invest in the software. Some people won't invest $50 in their future to buy a book that they could read, but they'll invest $200 in a club to look good for a night to wake up bugging the next day to go to work to make that money to waste again in the club, but will not take $50 to invest in their mindset. That's the reason why I decided to sell my book for 20 bucks. 19.99 in that. A lot of people waste $20 at the corner store at the bodega with a sandwich, a bag of chips, and a wiper. You know what I mean? So I made my book real cheap because I'm not here for the income. I'm here for the impact. And once I make my impact, the income is gonna come. The income is gonna come. And I'm not even talking about money. Yes, money's gonna come. Absolutely. Money follows me like water, right? My money's coming. I'm blessed abundantly. But I want you, the person that's listening to this, I want you to be blessed abundantly. I want you to understand what financial freedom feels like. I want you to have a taste of a life where you're going to wake up in the morning one day and just be like, I can do whatever I want because I can. I can do whatever I want because I can. And there's people out there faking it till they make it. There's people out there, acting that like, oh, they got it made and they really don't because in front of you, they'll smile. The hardest thing to do is smile. The hardest thing for people to do is to smile when behind them the truth hurts. You know what's the worst receipt in the world? The receipt of regret that a lot of people are going to be paying. A lot of people are going to be paying the receipt for regret. But I want you to understand that it was already settled for us. Matter of fact, I have a verse here I'm going to read for you guys. I'm going to pull out the good book, right? Some of you guys, I already lost some of you guys once I started talking about God. But guess what? I love God because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I wasn't grateful for what God did for me every single day. That's why we're blessed beyond money over here. Right? You like my vision board back there, guys? On the top, it says blessed beyond money, but I don't know why the screen doesn't open wide enough. I don't know. Purpose driven, faith, right? Faith first. All right, so I'm gonna read from John 10, verse 10, right? It says, the thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy. Right? Oh, the wicked. The wicked, but guess what? The wicked store the riches for the righteous, baby. You're righteous, right? I come for that they might have life and they might have into more abundance. So basically, what John 10 is saying is that Jesus already came. Not only did he die for our sins, not only did he give us life up so we can get forgiveness for our sins, right? But he did it so we can live an abundant life. Do you not know you are created by the Creator to create? And that's a golden nugget right there. I want you to write that down somewhere. I was created by the Creator to create. I was created by the Creator to create. Mm. You know how you figure out what to create? What are you passionate about? What do you speak about the most? You want $1 million idea? Cool. What can me and you have a conversation about for hours? What can you answer with a blink of an eye? You don't have to think about the answer. What can somebody ask you? You already know what the answer is and what the outcome is and how to pattern it out and structure it. Like that is the foundation to your $1 million lifestyle, right? But here we live a blessed beyond money lifestyle, right? Pay attention to that blessed beyond money lifestyle.com. It's going to be bbmlifestyle.com website that I'm going to drop soon. It's actually going to be about multiple sources of income, everything that I do all in one. And I'm going to walk you guys through on how to get there. You know, first with your mindset, your self-development, and I'm going to help you build your faith bigger, right? Next thing we're gonna work on discipline and consistency and how to be coachable. Then we're gonna work out how to build your credit, how to get that 800 credit score, how to eliminate debt, right? We're gonna give you a debt elimination date. I'm going to give you a day when you're going to be debt free. And after I do that, I'm going to give you a day when you're going to become a millionaire. Ooh, baby. Ooh, that's what we're going to do here on Blessed Beyond Money, right? That's what we're going to do here on Blessed Beyond Money. Let me grab my copious notes because, man, listen, I will talk to you guys forever. I love talking to you guys. I love you guys unconditionally. Unconditionally. I love you guys unconditionally. We were created by the same creator, right? So basically, guys, I just want you to know that I love you for being here. Thank you for watching my episode one of my podcast. I just wanted to rant. The first episode was just ranting about what you're really going to expect out of my podcast, right? Future episodes are going to be, structured on, this is what you need, this is how you find it, this is how we get you closer to living your blessed beyond money lifestyle. Okay, because at the end of the day, what I want to get out of this podcast is number one, get you closer to your faith and to your creator. Number two, see where your ceiling is at. Even though we don't have ceilings, where is your $1 million at? How long is it going to take you to get your $1 million? Get you out of debt free. Like you have no idea how good it feels to be debt free, right? Get you out of debt, right? See when you're going to be a millionaire. Set you up with multiple streams of income so money's coming and flowing to you like water, right? And just have you in a space with people, right? We're going to start our own community of people that put God first, money last. God first, money last. Money's going to come. When you create your impact, create more circles in your income. Okay, guys. So I just want to thank you guys for coming and joining me today. Like, just pressing play on the video or watching it. I have guests coming on the show, just so you guys know. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I caught a couple multi-millionaires, business owners, entrepreneurs that I spoke to, and I was like, listen, I'm going to start a podcast called Bless Beyond Money. And they're all God-fearing people. Their faith is so strong. You know what I mean? They're God-fearing people, and they all said yes, which I'm very, very excited about. The scenery might change, one day we might be at the cigar bar, and the next day we might be at a park or wherever, or the cafe or in the office, or here in my studio, right? This is my lab, inside my lab. But they're gonna give you golden nuggets on how to brand yourself, right? I got somebody that's gonna come, is gonna teach you how to brand yourself, like how to become your own brand. It's actually the person I'm collaborating with to create the influencer in you, how to become a brand. So that person is going to come on and give you golden nuggets on how you can attract people to your brand, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you, people don't buy what you have; they buy because who you are. And if you really sit down and think about it, people invest money on platforms and businesses and all types of things because of what a person has. So they see, I got somebody that's going to come and teach you how to showcase your lifestyle, like how to really do an Instagram page. From stories to reels to photos, like how to create an Instagram. Because when you buy something from somebody on Instagram, it's not because of what they're selling, it's because of how they're posting, how they're showcasing their lifestyle. Okay. I got people that are authors that are going to come. I got people that are insanely savages in the market and they're making millions of dollars inside the market. Um, I got all types of people that are coming that have deep pockets, and not only are my mentors and my teachers and who I've been plugged in for a while that's been able to help me get to where I'm at now. They're gonna come and give you free knowledge and nuggets to help you get to where you need to be in life, right? The first person I want to get on my podcast, actually, I got to reach out to him and see if I can get him on here. It's not only one of my business partners, he's my brother in Christ. I love him to death. And he's the one that always calls me and says, "Hey Johnny, I got something you gotta look at, right?" So I come down here, I'm either on that computer or this computer, and I'm looking at what it is. He actually plugged me in because out of everything I have to offer, I was missing something. I have everything I have in my portfolio, in my arsenal of making money online. I was missing two things actually, three, but we're gonna say two. I was missing credit. I had something for credit. I do something for credit. Um, and we'll talk about that on another episode. But now I have a team of people that are going to do the hard, heavy lifting for you. That are going to look at your documents, look at all your debt, see how much you owe. They're going to negotiate all your bills for you. The reason I'm bringing him in is because he did it, and not only was he paying like $66 on his Wi-Fi bill. This team that we brought on board actually helped negotiate. This is bugged out because I didn't know you can negotiate every single bill. And that's the word negotiator got created for, right? Like negotiate. So you can negotiate like the money, right? So they came and and I'm saying this because it's weird. It's a Wi-Fi bill, your internet bill, right? So he was paying $66 on his internet bill, and our team came and negotiated his internet bill for him, and now he's only paying $21 on internet. Right? So he's paying $21 on the internet. His car insurance went down, his car note went down, his mortgage went down. He had a couple other subscriptions for some other things that all went down. So he's saving so much money now because it's not about how much you spend, it's about how much you save at the end of the day. How much you save, and then from that money that you save, how much you invest, right? How much you turn into assets and then use those assets to create treasuries, trust funds, and use those trust funds to borrow from. Listen, I'm going to give you some nuggets, right? So you save more money on all your bills, your taxes, and your loans, right? You take that and you invest it into assets. You turn those assets into a trust fund. You take that trust fund, you create an organization. I'm going to use the word organization, and then you borrow from yourself, and then you pay yourself back with it's crazy. It's insane what I've been learning. So I want to get him on here and have him tell you guys how he went from paying a 66 Wi-Fi internet bill to only paying $21. Oh, and his phone bill. His phone bill, it wasn't even a lot. His phone bill was $95. $95 phone bill. He got it down to $32. Anyway, so I want him to be like one of our first guests to be on here on Bless Beyond Money podcast. I'm telling you guys, plug in. You guys are gonna learn the language of the 1%. You're gonna learn the language of the 1%. You're gonna learn marketing. You're gonna learn branding. You're gonna learn where the money's at, how to go get it, and where to put it. That's what you're learning here on Bless Beyond Money. And we're also gonna help you get closer to this man. We're going to help you get closer to the Word of God because without God, nothing is possible. Okay, guys? Now, I love you. I'm Coach Jonny M. I just want you to know thank you for joining me today. And next episode, the next episode, I really want to break down your purpose and your identity. Okay? Because it don't matter where the money coming from. It don't matter how great those ideas that are. Because I know people have great ideas, but they always fail, right? It's because it's not aligned with your purpose and you're not being yourself, right? So when you become yourself and you are yourself, what's for you will come, right? You ever heard somebody say that? What's for you will come, right? So, uh, episode 2 is going to be more about your purpose and your identity, and then how to identify where your income is going to come from. Okay, guys? I love you. Stay tuned. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm your host, Coach Jonny, and listen, if you have any questions, come talk to me. Down at the bottom, I'm gonna leave a link to Bless Beyond Money. I actually think it will happen. This is a 5-star across the board book. I have listen, this book is gonna be in shelves all over the world. I got people that are billionaires telling me that they love this book. I got people that own book clubs telling me that they use it as a tool. I got people sending me messages saying that they rewired their mind and the way they think about money and work. Like, get your copy today. The link is going to be down at the bottom. I also want to say that if you're stuck, if you're stuck in life and you don't have a guidance or a blueprint on how to get yourself out of there, you can also reach out to me, right? You can reach out to me. We can talk one-on-one live. I'm all full of information. I'm here to help you guys succeed. That's it. That's my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to help you live an abundant life, financially free. I want you to drive your dream car with a license plate in the back that says, "We did it." Ooh, baby, come on now. All right. I love you guys. This is Blessed Beyond Money podcast. I will talk to you next time, guys. God bless. We out of here.